You will never lose your cool again. Learn to respond to provocateurs with Stoic philosophy. In a world where tensions run high, where disagreements are frequent, and where every moment can potentially be a flashpoint for conflict, maintaining your composure can feel like an impossible task. We've all been there. Someone makes a cutting remark, questions your beliefs, or pushes your buttons in a way that seems designed to provoke a response. The knee-jerk reaction is often to fight back, to defend your pride, or to react emotionally. But what if there was another way? A way that could help you remain calm, cool, and collected, no matter the provocation? Enter Stoic philosophy, a powerful tool for managing your emotional responses and engaging with others in a way that is thoughtful, measured, and self-controlled. Rooted in ancient Greek and Roman thought, Stoicism offers timeless wisdom for navigating difficult situations, especially when dealing with provocateurs. By embracing the core principles of Stoicism, you can learn how to respond to any provocation with grace, dignity, and resilience. The basics of Stoicism. Understanding the key concepts. Before we dive into how Stoic philosophy can help you stay composed when faced with a provocateur, it's important to understand the fundamental tenets of Stoicism. Founded by Zeno of Citium around 300 BCE, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of virtue, rationality, and emotional control. The central premise of Stoicism is that while we cannot control external events or the actions of others, we do have control over our reactions. Here are some key concepts. 1. The dichotomy of control. One of the most important lessons of Stoicism is understanding the difference between what is within your control and what is not. According to the Stoics, we cannot control other people's actions, external circumstances, or the natural world. However, we can control our own thoughts, emotions, and reactions. When you face a provocateur, the only thing you can truly control is your response. 2. Virtue as the highest good. Stoics believe that virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance is the highest good and should be the guiding principle in all actions. In the face of provocation, a Stoic will prioritize acting in accordance with virtue rather than succumbing to negative emotions, such as anger or frustration. 3. Emotions as judgments. Stoicism teaches that emotions are not simply natural reactions, but judgments about the world around us. For example, if someone insults you, it's not the insult itself that causes you to feel anger, but the judgment that the insult is something that needs to be defended against. By changing the way you interpret events, you can change your emotional responses. 4. Living according to nature. Stoicism encourages us to live in harmony with the natural world and with reason. By understanding our place in the world, accepting what we cannot change, and focusing on the things we can control, we align ourselves with nature's order. This leads to tranquility and resilience. How to use Stoicism to respond to provocateurs. Now that we understand the basic principles of Stoicism, let's explore how you can apply them when responding to provocateurs, those who deliberately seek to upset or provoke you. 1. Recognize what's in your control. The first step in applying Stoic philosophy to a provocative situation is to recognize what is within your control and what is not. When someone attempts to provoke you, ask yourself, can I control their behavior? Can I control their words? The answer, of course, is no. You cannot control how someone behaves or what they say. However, you can control how you respond to them. This realization is liberating. Once you accept that you cannot control others, you can let go of the emotional attachment to their provocations. Instead of reacting impulsively, you can take a step back and decide how you want to engage with the situation in a thoughtful, deliberate manner. 2. Pause and reflect before responding. In moments of provocation, it's easy to react without thinking, especially when emotions run high. Stoicism teaches the importance of pausing and reflecting before taking action. The Stoics believed that we should never act out of anger, frustration, or other unchecked emotions, but rather respond with reason. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, famously wrote in his Meditations, "When you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and reflect in what manner you are similar." This idea encourages you to pause, take a deep breath, and reflect before reacting. By doing so, you give yourself time to choose your response rather than being swept away by immediate emotions. When faced with a provocateur, ask yourself, what is the purpose of my response? Will it bring about a productive outcome, or will it escalate the situation? 3. Don't take it personally. One of the most important Stoic teachings is the idea of not taking things personally. Provocateurs often attempt to make you feel small or insult you, but from a Stoic perspective, their words are a reflection of them, not of you. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When you internalize the idea that others' actions are about them and not you, their attempts to provoke you lose their power. This is not to say that you should ignore harmful behavior or let others treat you poorly, but rather that you should understand that your worth is not dependent on the opinions of others. You are not defined by someone else's attempt to make you angry or upset. 4. Reframe the situation. The Stoics were masters of reframing situations in order to maintain their tranquility. If someone insults you, for example, you can choose to reframe the situation in a way that removes its power over you. Instead of seeing the insult as a personal attack, consider it an opportunity to practice patience, tolerance, and self-control. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher and advisor to the Roman Emperor Nero, wrote, "A man is not hurt by things, but by his opinion of things." By reframing the provocation, you can change the way you experience it. Rather than feeling anger or resentment, you might feel sympathy for the person trying to provoke you, understanding that they may be acting out of their own insecurity or frustration. 5. Use the power of perspective. The Stoics often emphasized the importance of perspective. A situation that may seem distressing or overwhelming in the moment may, in retrospect, appear insignificant. When faced with a provocateur, ask yourself, will this matter in a day, a week, or a year? Often, the things that upset us in the moment are not as important as we think they are. In this way, perspective allows you to detach from the immediacy of the situation. If you can see the provocation for what it is, a temporary disturbance, you can respond with equanimity rather than emotional turmoil. 6. Remember the goal of virtue. Finally, remember that the Stoics' ultimate goal is to live virtuously, regardless of external circumstances. When you respond to a provocateur, ask yourself how your response aligns with your values of wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Is your reaction measured and thoughtful? Does it promote peace and understanding, or does it fuel conflict? The Stoics understood that it is not external events, but our internal character that defines us. By focusing on maintaining your virtue, you can rise above petty provocations and engage in the world with grace and dignity. Conclusion: embrace Stoic wisdom and respond with calm. Stoic philosophy offers invaluable tools for navigating the challenges of modern life, especially when it comes to dealing with provocateurs. By recognizing what you can and cannot control, pausing to reflect before responding, reframing situations, and maintaining a focus on your own virtue, you can stop losing your cool and start responding to the world in a way that is both calm and rational. As you incorporate Stoic principles into your life, Remember that you will not always be perfect. Even the Stoics themselves struggled with anger and frustration at times. But the key is to keep practicing, to remind yourself that you always have the power to choose how you respond. In doing so, you'll find that the provocations of others lose their power over you, and you gain mastery over yourself. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the like button and the bell button to receive all that is new. Thank you.